everyone! Welcome back to my channel. I'm Laura, and in today's video I want to talk about your work from home setup as well as some items that you can easily bring between your home and your office. Now, setting up a good work from home environment is really important to help you feel productive and feel at your best during the workday, whether you're at the office or at home. So whether you're going to work from home for the foreseeable future or you plan on transitioning slowly back into the office, I wanted to share some of my must-haves as well as nice-to-haves for working from home that I can also bring with me into the office, and some items that I just like to have at home. With that being said, let's transition into some of the easier to transport items between workspaces. For me, the number one thing, regardless of whether I'm working from home or working at the office, is a nice pair of comfortable headphones or earbuds. My usual go-tos are just the Apple Airpods Pros. I've had these for about 2 years now, and I've really just enjoyed the comfort and how easy they are to bring around, as well as the great battery life. I usually just connect these to my phone, put on a podcast on Spotify, and continue working for the next 3 or 4 hours. However, if I need to jump on a meeting or take a call for some reason, then I usually opt for over-the-ear headphones, and I recently picked up the Apple Airpods Max in space gray. Now, I tried some of the Bose headphones and they weren't comfortable, and I guess you could say I probably have a big head, and it just ended up feeling like I had a headache a few hours after wearing them. I mainly bought the AirPods Max just for compatibility reasons, since everything else I have is pretty much in the Apple ecosystem aside from my work laptop. However, I have been encountering some issues with Bluetooth connectivity on my MacBook Pro, so take that with a grain of salt moving forward. All things considered though, the AirPods Max are my main driver when it comes to taking calls, staying on meetings, or listening to music. I appreciate the extra quality in audio that comes from listening to music with the AirPods Max as opposed to the earbuds with the AirPods Pro. I also had to buy a separate lightning cable to audio jack for the AirPods Max to connect them to my work laptop, just because I didn't want to Bluetooth them over, and it's always nice to have an extra cable around anyways. That tacked on an extra $33 to the already exorbitant price of the AirPods Max though, so keep in mind that the Apple ecosystem really just likes to ring you in with different cables and dongles and extra things that you don't necessarily think you need, but you actually end up needing. The second thing that I really want to highlight is having a Bluetooth mouse. I picked up the Logitech MX Master 3 for Mac specifically, also in space gray, and this one doesn't come with a dongle, it just only supports Bluetooth connectivity. Any Bluetooth mouse is really a game changer though, because you just don't have to deal with that extra cord, and you can bring the mouse easily along with you. You just throw it into your bag, turn the Bluetooth on, and you're good to go. For the Logitech mouse specifically though, I do appreciate that you can reprogram any button on the mouse, and that's just not an option that I really find on other generic Bluetooth mice. Additionally, I really do appreciate the horizontal scroll bar here on the side of the mouse. That makes it really easy to video edit and move through the timeline. And also if I'm viewing any documents that may need me to scroll left to right, it's really easy to just use this mouse, scroll left and right here, and not have to do the clunky scroll and drag method that you would otherwise have to. The MX Master mouse certainly does not carry the lowest price tag though, so consider if these additional features are really important for you or not. Third is an organization or note-taking system. When I was still in school, I defaulted to using Notion just because I had the Pro plan, and it was really easy to create documents, share documents, just solely on Notion. Moving forward with work though, I just really don't need something that's super complicated. I want something that's easy to access, readily available, and that I can just pull up at any moment's time. Now that I have a Windows laptop for work though, I've defaulted to just using OneNote. I appreciate the analogy of it being a notebook and how you can create different notebooks all in one, and it's just really easy to access and navigate through to find whatever I need. It is also nice that it comes with the whole Office bundle. There's cloud storage if you need that, so consider those as additional benefits as well. 4 is a cable organization method. I bring this little pouch with me and it contains all the cables that I really need. It contains all the cables I need for all my Apple devices, as well as one for charging my mouse, which I charge about maybe once a month. It's compact, it's slim, and it's really easy to, again, just throw in my bag and take it and go. Anything really works. You can have a makeup bag, you can have a pouch, or you can buy a dedicated cable organizer for some extra or you can buy a specific cable organization bag for some extra stability within that bag itself. Now, the fifth and last thing I want to highlight is going to be a water bottle. I got this water bottle from Costco, and I've also used other ones like Hydro Flask, of course, and I really just appreciate the sippy cup kind of mechanism here on this water bottle. Regardless though, having a reusable water bottle is great because it reminds me to drink more water, and I can also save the environment, one non-plastic bottle refill at a time. Now this next section is going to be some nice to have things while working from home, but aren't really as transportable. The first thing I want to highlight in this section is going to be a laptop riser or a laptop stand. The one that I have is the Rain Design by Stand 360. It looks like this. It has a built-in cable organization in the back, and it also has a swivel on the bottom. It was about $50, which is pricey, but I understand why given the construction and the look and feel of the stand. I appreciate a laptop stand for two things. One is that your camera angle is no longer looking up at you and you no longer have a horrible double chin. And two is that it just makes it a little bit more ergonomical when you're using your laptop. Instead of having limp hands here, you actually have hands that kind of go up. I don't know how to describe this, but you can kind of see in promotional pictures of laptop risers, and you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. If I were to purchase a new one though, I'd recommend one that actually folds. There are a couple out there that I've seen, and it also just makes that a lot easier to take a laptop riser with you to the office, for example. Second is a large enough desk. Having enough desk real estate is really important to help you just feel comfy and also just give your workspace a little bit of life. I'm someone that really likes to feel organized, and with my current desk, I honestly feel a little bit cramped and that I don't have enough open space on my desk sometimes. I think I have about a 60-inch wide sit-stand desk that I got from Costco for about $300. Worked great for me as a desk in college, but now I'm just wanting a little bit more room for activities and looking to upgrade my desk in the near future. I do appreciate the sit-stand aspect of it though, and I would also encourage you to look into a sit-stand desk just to help get you moving a little bit during the day. I don't use the sit-stand feature too often, but having it around is handy when I do feel like I need to give my legs a little stretch. Third is an external monitor. Now, I've played around with plenty of different desk setups, including a triple monitor setup, a dual monitor setup, and now a single monitor setup. The one thing you need to really know about me though is that I get super distracted really easily, and you can kind of see how having triple monitors plus the laptop itself is just horrible for people who get distracted like me. The same thing kind of goes with a double monitor setup. I ended up just putting YouTube or some other media on the second screen while trying to focus on work on the first screen. And now I've downsized to a one monitor setup for about the past year now, and I just appreciate it a lot more having not as much screen real estate, if that even makes sense. It really actually just pushes me to do one thing at a time. I can relax and watch media, or I can focus on doing work. I find that the combination never really works out too well for me anyways, and having this extra push is really nice. I've used a 24-inch or 27-inch monitor as my single display, and I found actually no issues with that. The last thing here that I really think is a luxury for working from home is going to be a nice and comfy chair. You're going to be spending at least 8 hours a day in this chair, so you might as well make your time spent there comfy and worthwhile. If you really want to go all out, there are great options in the high-end marketplace like Steelcase and Herman Miller, and you can really get a good deal on these chairs used if you look around a little bit. In the mid-range market, there are also ones made by a brand called Autonomous AI that I really like, and they're still really lightweight and airy, and they provide you a comfy chair. On the lower end, I've heard of a lot of people liking their IKEA chairs that are more designed for ergonomics, and I'm sure you can also find similar ones on Amazon as well if you don't have any of these other stores or retailers near you. Now, the last section here is just some items I enjoyed having around, but are definitely by no means necessary or needed for the average user. One thing that I recently upgraded to my setup is an external microphone. I previously used just a generic microphone off of Amazon, but after upgrading, I have more desire to use it for voiceovers and also just some casual Discord or gaming usage. But really, an external microphone isn't super helpful unless you really want to upgrade your meeting audio quality or you have some other professional use like voice recording. Next, I really appreciate a laptop docking station because it just minimizes the look and feel of how cluttered my desk is. Although I know I have the same number of wires leading out and from my desk, it just looks a little bit more minimal having an actual dock to do that instead of having everything scattered across my desk itself. Lastly are storage solutions. I know that we accumulate a lot of clutter in our lives, and it can feel overwhelming if you don't have adequate storage solutions. Thankfully, my desk does have a drawer underneath it so I can store some smaller items away, but I've also been looking into getting a separate cabinet just to store miscellaneous items that may not really have a home anywhere else. So that's my work from home essentials broken up into items that I can easily bring with me to the office and items that are strictly more for your work from home setup. Let me know in the comments down below how you've upgraded your work from home setup over the past year and maybe what your favorite item on your setup is. I'd love to hear some of your thoughts, and I'd look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye.